Hello WHS and welcome to your BDTV announcements. I'm Alex Blancato.
And I'm Henry Stewart. As Dr. Dolan finishes her final school year before retirement, the Board of Education has officially appointed a new superintendent to lead the district. Dr. Raymond Gonzalez, a veteran educator of 20 years, will be the new superintendent of the Westfield Public School District. As a graduate from Princeton University, he started his career as an English as a second language teacher. From there, he became a principal and eventually a superintendent. Dr. Gonzalez will be superintendent effective August 1st.
Speaking of administrators, Mr. DeSarno is an assistant principal and our WHS football coach. Jacob Chalfant sat down to find out what Mr. DeSarno does around the halls and on the field of WHS.
I'm one of the assistant principals. I'm also the head football coach. My favorite thing about Westfield High School is the community aspect of the school. I think it's a great place for all types of students. The most challenging thing, there's a lot of challenges. Really trying to have a school atmosphere where students can learn and they're safe. What I enjoy doing in my spare time, well, I have a family. I have 3 children and a wonderful wife, so I like spending time with them, being a part of their lives. And what will graduation look like this year? It'll look like a graduation. I think that with what the governor's doing, opening up in terms of outdoor numbers, I think we'll be able to have family members. Maybe not as many as we did in the past, but we'll be able to have family members attend the ceremony. We will have a ceremony. I'm really looking forward to a ceremony as close to normal as we've had.
We are happy to welcome Mr. DeSarno into the studio today. How are you, Mr. DeSarno?
Doing great. Studio looks awesome. Happy to be here.
As of now, what would you like to see for the next school year?
A normal school year. I would love for us to get back to some sort of normal where the students are going to be in, we'll all be in all day, and we won't be walking in one-way hallways, so getting back to normal would be my ultimate goal.
What were some challenges with coaching the football team that you faced during this global pandemic?
Oh, there were quite a few. Just being in the fall was difficult because we really didn't know how to function, how to move forward. The players couldn't use the locker room, so they had to change at home, and that was a little difficult. You couldn't really bond as a team. You had to show up right when practice started, and as soon as it was over, you had to leave. So there were a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles. It's nice to see as the year has gone on, the other sports have been able to adapt and been able to do a little bit more, but it was very difficult.
And if you could know one thing before lockdown started, what advice would you give yourself?
Well, I would have been more prepared. I always felt when we went out in March that we would be back after spring break. I thought we were going to get an extra week and then come back, and then we never came back. So I would just wish I was more prepared and been able to plan it out. Although, I actually lost weight during it because I couldn't sit home and I was out jogging and walking, but I just wish I was more prepared.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Attention all staff and transition leaders. Transition Project is accepting nominations for next year's group of leaders. Staff, please check your emails, and leaders, check the Transition Classroom page to nominate students.
Seniors, please mark your calendars for the mandatory virtual prom meeting on Tuesday, May 25th at 2:45. This meeting is required to attend prom.
Are you a WHS student who is passionate about making an impact and fighting for the causes you believe in? Do you want to earn volunteer hours? If so, join the Do Something Club. Check out their Instagram for more info on what they do and for info on the first meeting, potentially in the next week or two. To join the Do Something Club, text at 77CFC76 to 81010.
Attention cheerleaders. There will be a virtual information meeting on May 20th at 5:30 for anyone interested in trying out for the 2021 cheer season. Please visit the WHS Athletic website to fill out the Google form that must be submitted in order to attend the meeting.
Students in Miss Legan's and Mr. Khan's Humanities class are selling t-shirts from May 5th to May 19th in order to raise money to buy shoes for children in Haiti. Many children must walk miles to school every day with inadequate shoes. Help support their cause by visiting custominc.com/fundraising and search Mission Haiti to participate. Now we send it over to Gabby Scipioni with this week's sports report.
On Monday, boys volleyball won 2-1 against Roselle Catholic. Boys tennis beat Scotch Plains Fanwood 5-0. Softball beat Cranford in a big win 9-5. On Tuesday, boys golf won the North Jersey sections 1-2 Group 4 tournament with a combined score of 307. Boys baseball lost 10-1 to Governor Livingston. Boys lacrosse lost 5-3 to Montclair. Boys tennis beat Governor Livingston 5-0. Softball won 11-0 to Johnson on Senior Day. Girls lacrosse won 17-6 to Morris Knowles. On Wednesday, baseball lost 4-3 to Scotch Plains Fanwood. On Thursday, boys golf plays Scotch Plains Fanwood at 3:30. Boys tennis plays Cranford at 4. Softball plays Governor Livingston at 4. Boys lacrosse plays Wall at 4:30. And girls lacrosse plays Ramapo at 4:30. On Friday, baseball plays Elizabeth at 4. Boys volleyball plays Union at 4. Softball plays Elizabeth at 4. And Saturday, girls lacrosse plays Pingree at 10. Baseball plays Linden in the first round of the Union County Tournament at 12. See you next week, Blue Devils.
The school administration has recently opened up 3 outdoor tents in the front of the building to provide more space for in-person learning. Teachers can sign on to a shared Google Sheet and reserve a tent to hold their classes outside. Tim Lane sat down with teachers to see how they feel about this addition to our school.
With the weather getting warmer and the end of the year getting closer, teachers are trying to find new ways to make school more interesting for students. One new way that teachers are doing this is by reserving the new outdoor tents in order to provide a change in scenery for their students. One teacher taking advantage of this offer is Senora Underwood, who we talked to for her opinion on the tents.
I did it for the first time last week, and before I even knew what lessons I was doing, I just knew that if the weather was good, I had to get at least some of the classes outside, because I feel like at this point, with everything that's gone on this year, the kids just need a change of scenery. They just need something different during the day. So I jumped at it.
However, Senora Underwood will not be using the tents too often.
I'll probably do it every couple of weeks if the weather's good, if it's appropriate, if it works with the lesson that we're doing.
The new tents offer a great opportunity for teachers to have far more interesting classes, though if they're overused by teachers, they could just become another fad here at WHS.
That'll be all for us this week. If you know of a story you want us to cover, send us an email at whsbluedeviltv@gmail.com.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WHSBDTV. See you next week, WHS. Have an amazing week.